everybody, and welcome back to the Nookers Kitchen. I do have a little something that I wanted to show you. I've been doing these meal in a jars, but I got this, I don't know, this little addiction, I guess, to these plastic zipper bags that resemble different types of jars. So we've got the cork stopper jars, jam jars, ball canning jars, and mason jars. And I am just having a world of fun with them. They come in all different sizes and styles. And I don't know, just keep, if you want to be creative, there's so many things out there. Take a look and maybe give you an idea on how to present your mason jars in a little bit of a different way. These are also much lighter in weight. So carrying them around, traveling with them, they're not heavy. They're not going to break on you if they fall, which is really a good thing. So today's recipe, let me move this over here, sorry about that, is a meal that is just for one. I don't really think that this is going to be like the stroganoff. It's not going to be a 1 to 2 person. This will pretty much just be for a single person. And today, instead of cooking it on the stove, I'm going to cook it in my little, it's almost like a personal crock pot. It holds about 5 cups, and I thought it would be perfect to just put all of this in, turn it on, and let it do its thing. When it gets in there and starts to cook, I will rearrange or reset the camera to show you how it's coming along. So let's get back to the ingredients here. What we have, and I'll always be going from left to right in case you're wondering what something is. The first thing is red beans, kidney beans. They are freeze-dried, and I do have 1/4 cup. The next thing that I have is a mix of celery, corn, and peas. Also about 1/4 cup. I did put a little bit extra in there. Next, I have some freeze-dried beef cubes. They are seasoned, and then they're cooked, and then they're freeze-dried. So about 1/4 cup of those. Next, I have 1/4 cup of freeze-dried potato dices, and those are always so good. Next to that, I do have some freeze-dried onion. This is more like flakes, almost a little bit like minced. It's a lot finer than just regular chopping, and it's because I do love onion, and I wanted the flavor to just float throughout the whole stew, and that's what this is. This is a country beef stew. I do have, after that, 1/2 teaspoon of my own all-purpose seasoning. I call it essence. So I will be doing a video on how to make essence all-purpose seasoning at some point. For now though, just any kind of all-purpose seasoning that you like will be good. And again, that is 1/2 teaspoon. The last thing that I have is 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour, or if you want to, you can use cornstarch. All of this gets put into the bag that you see in front of you. An oxygen absorber, of course, gets put in there as well. I'm not going to stuff it into the bag today. I think you saw on the stroganoff how it all fit in there. But I will probably make some of these in the future and have them sitting out so that you can see it then. But what I'm going to do is take all these ingredients and I'm going to mix it with 1.5 cups of water. I'm going to put it in my little personal cooker over here. And I believe that it'll probably be done in about 15 to 20 minutes. It could take a little longer as I'm going to be getting the cooker is going to have to come up to heat, which is not quite as quick as an electric or a gas stove is. So there we go. Country beef stew for one. Those are all the ingredients, and I'm going to go ahead and get it started. I'll be back with you once it's in the pot and beginning to cook up. So here it is in the pot and ready to go. Like I said, probably about 15 to 20 minutes. Alright, so it needed a little bit more seasoning. I put in an extra dash of the all-purpose seasoning. I also put in about half a teaspoon of some beef broth, and it's actually very, very good. So this little cooker holds about 5 cups of food. I think it's probably about half full, so it holds about 2.5. There's about 2.5 cups of stew here. I'm going to go ahead and plate it up and show you what it looks like all done. Well, it's done. I have a very full bowl of stew. You can see the size of it. It is on a salad plate or a sandwich plate. More than enough for a hearty lunch on a cold day or a good dinner, especially if you add a salad to it and maybe a dinner roll or something. Again, this is country stew. In my crock pot, it took 15 to 20 minutes for it to get done. And everything came back. Again, you would never know any of this was freeze-dried to begin with. Please subscribe, share, and like the video. And I'll see you for the next edition or the next recipe of Meals in a Jar here in My Nookers Kitchen.